It's not getting into the land of the dead is the problem. It's getting back.
Guys, welcome to this new episode of Kreabox. Today we're going to rig our character in Character Animator. So let's begin. This is the character that we created in Adobe Illustrator. So now we're going to rig the character with bones, articulations, draggable handles, and all the elements that you require to create your animation. So the first thing that we're going to do is just to go to the right arm and set the right arm. Just click on the right arm, as you can see. Go ahead and move the anchor point to the shoulder of the right arm and create a bone from the shoulder to the elbow and then from the elbow to the wrist. Then at the top of the wrist, put a draggable handle, and that's it. That's how you set the right arm. Do the same thing with the left arm. Move the anchor point to the shoulder, then create a bone from the shoulder to the elbow, and then from the elbow to the wrist, and another one from the wrist to the end of the gun. In that way, your gun is not going to move like jello. Add another draggable handle on the top of the hand, and that's it. Now the next thing that we have to do is to fix the feet to the ground, or don't allow the feet to move. So we're going to check or mark the body group, and then go and use the fix on the feet and the knees. There you go. Let's try to see what's going on with our puppet. Oh, he's behaving pretty good. I like it. I can drag the hands. Try to see if your articulations are working good. I don't think that this articulation is working that great. Doesn't allow me to bend the... I'm going to change a little bit. I'm going to fix the bones, more straight up bones, and move the track right over here. I do believe that this is going to do the trick. Let's check. Bend inwards, and there you go. Now it's bending right. I like it. All right. Now let's try to move the other arm, left arm, and it's this guy is behaving right well. I like it. It's good. All right. Both arms are now set up. Let's going to increase the strength of the head. The head is the one responsible for the movements of the whole body and the whole thing. So when you increase the strength, as you can see, the movements are going to be more aggressive, more visible. In this case, I want to do this with this character because I want to do this, create this illusion of drunkenness or something like that, but a more dramatic character in some way. So just increase. All those parameters are for you to play and to see how they affect the reactions of your character while you're performing. Remember that this character is by now hooked with the camera and is following my muscles, my face, my movements. Now we're going to add a dangle to the feather on the head in order to make them move with my movements, but independently in some way with a dangle. You can do that with a dangle. Let me see. Right now, as you can see, the feathers are moving with my movements or following my movements. Yeah, you do that with the dangle. And let me see. Now let's going to program or triggers. So the triggers are easy. A trigger is something like this. There is a layer that it is hidden or that you can see it. So a trigger determines that if you can see something or if you cannot see something. That's pretty much it. So in this case, hands have quite two states. One hand has the gun and the other one has the point finger. So just drag the hands into the trigger panel and just you can determine with just a number or a key what layer you can see. In this case, I want to see the point hand. Right, here's the left hand. So I want the switch to be, the switch is the gun. Now I want the gun to be the default hand that you're going to see in this illustration, in this animation. So the gun, which is the switch state, must be the default. So you just check the default check mark and that's it. The gun is the default by now. Yeah, just check here and the other one will be activated with a number. There you go, you can see it. You can see it again. All right, so that's pretty much how triggers do work. Just assign the trigger. The first step is to drag the hand into the trigger panel, then just assign a number to the layer that you want to appear when you press a button, and that's it. And you can set as well which layer is the default layer. So I do believe that I have everything set up, the triggers, the fixed points and the legs, the arms, the bones, articulations. So I do believe that it's time for showtime. It is time to record. So the first thing to do is to disarm totally the puppet. You don't want to record all the capabilities, all the things that you can record at once. The first thing that you have to do is to do the lip sync in order to know where are your expressions and what are the words of the character, what is the dialogue of the character. In that way you can increase obviously your performance. So I'm not recording this from or I'm not recording the audio from Character Animator, so I'm going just to impose this in post-production. This is how you lip sync an audio with a puppet. Arm the puppet with lip sync and then go to the menu and use the tool to synchronize the puppet with the audio in the timeline. Look at this. We're going to do it with this second piece of audio, and that's it. You can put slow motion to see what is the process. It's pretty simple. Just arm the puppet with lip sync, then press the audio track and use the menu, the principal menu, and find the tool that allows you to synchronize your speeches or your audios with your character. Now go in depth and try to fix here and there your synchronization, is your lip sync. Because it is a software, not all of the time it's going to be perfect. In this case, I don't like how he did the back world, so I'm going to change it manually. Let me fix a little bit here, and I do believe that it is okay by now. All right, it's better. Just a whole back. It's better right there. It's something that you can do. You can spend the time to fix these little details because, as I said, the software does a marvelous job, a great job. But you can obviously give the synchronization, the little details manually. So that's it. I do believe that I have done with the synchronization, with the limb synchronization. So yeah, so let's disarm the limb synchronization. Let's arm. The first thing that I want to do is to record the triggers. The triggers are the hands, so that's the first thing that I'm recording. I record one arm, and then I'm going to record the other arm. Let me check if the arm has the movement that I wanted. Yeah, maybe I'm going to take another take, and I do believe that the first part of the first take is the best part. So you can use here this tool in order to mix both takes together. As you can see here with a little blending, it is marvelous. So I just taken the first part of the latest take and the last part of the first take. That's how you can combine different takes. Now let's going to move the second arm. I do believe that was a good performance. Let me see, I want to emphasize and go back at the end. Yeah, I do believe I'm okay with that take. Now let's go for the eye gaze. Use the computer keyboard. The software recognition sometimes is pretty odd, so I'd rather with the eye gaze I'd rather use the keyboard. So I just want to look to the left, and that's pretty much it. That's good. Now go for the triggers. The triggers are the hands, the point finger, as you can see. So I want this trigger to be at a couple of points. Here, 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 and when the character say back. That's it. Let me take a look. All of the time that you take a take in some way, there's an extra audio track. You just need to delete it. Let me see. The guy is pointing, and back. Right, it's good. Good performance. Right here, we're going to open our eyes at the end of the expression when the guy says is getting back. So the eyes will be wide open. So I need to create a trigger with the eyelid and both eyelids. You can create a trigger with both eyelids at the same time, and I'm just going to activate it with a trigger. So at the end of the animation, I need to open the eyes. Let me do it. Just let me record the trigger once again. And there you go, and open eyes. That's it. Close eyes, open eyes. There you go. And finally, the last thing that I have to do is to record the face, because it is the last thing that I like to do. Record the face with every movement, increasing the movement, go to the left, go to the right, and you will create the illusion that you may want it. So that's it. That's the introduction to Character Animator. I hope that you've enjoyed and have learned a lot of things from this beautiful software that you can use to create your own animations, and it's quite an amazing tool when it comes about saving time, because if you can see it, we are just kind of creating the keyframes. The software by itself is creating the in-betweens and does a marvelous job. As well, the limb synchronization is an incredible feature. Alright, the latest thing that you have to do with your animation is to increase the sizes of the scene. Go for something like 2500 pixels or 3000 pixels by 3000 pixels, because I'm going to export this in a movie or in PNGs. So if you need to do a close-up and you obviously send this with 100% of the sizes, then you are not going to be allowed to create any zoom without looking blurred images. So if you increase and save your work in PNGs or in MOV with a size of 3000 pixels, then you're going to have an amazing set of PNGs that are not going to lose any quality if you zoom them in Adobe After Effects. That's it. I hope that you have enjoyed this tutorial and you have learned a lot. If you have the time, subscribe to the channel, and as always, have a great time while you're creating your own worlds.